So, a little game I've devised is based on viewing figures. Yeah, so a really exciting game. I've got some events that have happened in the past, sporting events, and you have to tell me whether they were the most watched thing of the year on television.
Of that year
that they occurred in.
So I have to suggest
what beat them.
Yeah.
If I tell you that they lost, then you can tell me what you think beat them in that year.
Yeah.
Okay. And the game is called Have You Seen That? Did you see that? Okay. The first one is England versus Argentina, sticking to the World Cup theme. England versus Argentina in 1998, when we drew 2-2 and lost 4-3 on penalties. Do you think that was the most watched piece of television that year or not? That was the one where Beckham got sent off. It was the one where Owen scored that incredible goal.
Yeah, I think it would have been.
With 23.78 million people watching, that was the most watched event of 1998. That's a tick. Ding, ding, ding.
It's those locks that Beckham had.
Oh, yeah. He had like the curtains, didn't he, in those days? Yeah. And he kicked Simeone, and Simeone went flying like a baby. Okay, next one then is England versus Australia in the World Cup final of rugby in 2003.
2003.
We all remember it. Johnny Wilkinson kicking that drop goal.
I was in the opticians when he kicked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I couldn't see anything.
So you weren't watching? You were watching?
I might have been.
You count as half, I think.
Probably on Country Farm.
Yeah! Go on! This is a sheep.
So rugby isn't as popular as football.
It is not.
But there wasn't a major footballing event.
No. Rugby World Cups are always in odd-numbered years.
Or there wouldn't have been an Olympics.
No.
What would there have been? I think it's only going to be beaten by like coronations or something like that. So I'm going to say it was.
It was not. It only got 15 million, which is still pretty good. It was the most they'd ever had for a Rugby World Cup game. But it was beaten out. Do you want to guess what it was beaten by?
I can't guess.
It was beaten out by Coronation Street.
Oh, wow.
An episode where Richard admitted to Gail that he did a load of murdering. I don't even know who Richard is. I remember Gail. But that had 19.43 million people watching that one episode. Would you believe?
Done a load of murdering.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. I don't remember this one, but Torval and Dean winning the bronze in Lillehammer in 1994 for the figure skating.
Is that the one they were cheated?
Possibly. I don't know.
So I can't imagine loads of people would have watched it at the time and they probably heard about it and went up for it.
Winter Olympics is not really very big here.
They were really popular.
They were, yeah. My mum loves Torval and Dean.
Oh, that says a lot, I think.
Yeah, she will have been watching.
Because my mum will only watch World Cup football. She won't watch anything else. And so she wouldn't watch any sport. But if your mum were to watch that, maybe my mum would have watched that.
Yeah.
And then that's 2 people.
That's 2. So just times that by... we can count through families if you want. We can count through all the people we think might have watched.
I'm going to go... It was...
With 23.95 million people, it was the most watched thing that year in 1994. Can you believe it?
1994, surely not that many people had TVs.
You wouldn't believe it, would you? The amount of people. But that was... More people watched that than watched England lose to Argentina on penalties. Isn't that incredible? Next one, Olympic closing ceremony in 2012. The London Olympics.
Oh.
We had an incredible Olympics that year. There was a lot of incredible days in the Olympics. But did more people watch one of those days, one of the more interesting days?
I think more people would have watched the opening ceremony.
The opening ceremony was big, wasn't it? Paul McCartney.
I'm going to say no. I think more people... Because the opening ceremony is a much bigger affair, isn't it?
The closing ceremony is usually pretty big as well.
It's like, other than the bit with the athletes walking in, it's all just like loads of.
It was Muhammad Ali, wasn't it? Did Muhammad Ali carry the Olympic flag? Was it that one?
No, the 2012 Olympics, they had like 7 children, because it was meant to be like for the next generation.
Oh, really?
They had,
okay.
they had 7 ex-Olympians hand it to 7 little kids, and then they all took it. But, so I'm going to say the opening ceremony was more, so I'm going to say it wasn't.
With 24.46 million people, it was the most watched thing in 2012. I didn't think closing ceremony would be. That one shocked me. I thought I might get you with that one. Because, like you, I thought maybe the Olympic starting ceremony, but I thought the one where Mo Farah and Jess Ennis won, I thought that day would be the most watched day.
Yeah.
But I guess
people may not have just kept up. They may not have known.
They wouldn't have been watching it all day.
It was Super Sunday because like Greg Rutherford won that day. Somebody else won that day who probably weren't expected to win.
No, and it was across the whole day, wasn't it? Although Mo Farah, I thought a lot of people would have tuned in to watch Farah because he was expected to win, and Jess Ennis as well, because she pretty much won by the time she actually won. So I was surprised that the closing ceremony was, but it was. So you got that one wrong. What about 2002, Rona Martin winning the curling in the Winter Olympics? This is the first memory I have of the Winter Olympics, personally. I remember watching it live when we won the gold against Switzerland 4-3. The last stone. We won it on the last stone. 2002. It was one of the most exciting sporting memories I have. It was incredible.
But there are other things happening that year in sports.
There may have been. There may have been a World Cup in that year.
I'm going to say no.
With only 5.7 million people, you are correct. It was not by any stretch the most watched thing in that year.
More people watch me.
Do you want to have a guess what was the most watched thing in that year?
Is that the Germany World Cup?
That was the year when we lost to Brazil in the round of 16, I think. Was it quarters? Yeah, it might have been quarters.
With Ronaldinho.
Yeah, the Ronaldinho lobbing Seaman.
I'm going to say a game in that World Cup. Probably that game.
It was not. It was not a football game at all. It was the Only Fools and Horses Christmas special.
No.
When Delvoye and Rodney went to France to try and find Uncle Albert's platoon or something. 17.4 million people watched that.
Wow.
Which was the lowest peak viewing figure of any of the anything since 1981, which is when the record started that I was looking at.
When the records began. Yeah. When people got TVs.
Yeah. The last one I've got is 1996, England versus Germany in Euro 96. Gareth Southgate missed a penalty in sudden death. We drew 1-1 in the game.
Yeah.
I remember this game very, very vaguely. That old.
I feel like I remember it vaguely, but that's just because I've seen it repeated so many times.
I remember very clearly being told that we'd smashed the Dutch. When we scored put 4 past the Dutch or something. Didn't we put 5 past the Dutch maybe? I remember that very clearly. I didn't watch it, but I remember being told of it.
Actually, no, I tell lies. I do remember this game. I remember the grey England kit. Yeah. I remember Gareth Southgate walking up to take that penalty, actually.
Poor Southgate. Yeah. He's put that demon to bed at least, though, with the Colombia one.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to say yes, surely.
With 23.8 million people, it was not the most watched thing in 1996. Do you want to guess what it was? Again, Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, it was the Christmas special when Dale and Rodney finally get rich, when they find the watch. It's called Time on Our Hands. 24.3 million people watched that. So, there we go. I guess some people think that's more important than England winning a Euros, but...
Well, England going out at Euros.
Maybe people knew. Maybe people knew we were going to go out.
Did you see that?